Hey there, folks. Welcome back to Let's Play Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm the Mysterious JG. Getting over a bit of a cold. Matter of fact, I even had a back and forth with BTV about how I only ever get one cold a year and I don't need a flu shot. But man, I don't know if the same cold has been lingering for weeks, and I thought I was over it, and I wasn't really over it. And I just convinced myself I was over it, and eventually that wasn't enough, or what. Or if I caught a second cold within several days of shaking the first cold. But I went to the doctor, and I ended up getting prescribed Z-Paks. So you can call me, instead of calling me JG Mystery, you can start calling me CM Punk. Anyway, I think I'm all drugged up now, but I think I'm pretty close to over it. Looking out my window, seeing snowfall. It's actually kind of beautiful, despite the fact that my apartment window gives me a view of a parking garage. But it's not going to make flying tomorrow easy. Government shutdown, partial shutdown still on. Worried about TSA people calling out sick. Just a couple of different stressors on my mind, so why not escape into the world of Wild West outlawry? Yeah, that's a thing, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, sorry to spend a minute and change just BSing about what's going on outside of the world of LPing, but hey, hopefully I'll have enough videos in this session that I'll only do that the one time. But yeah, last time you and I were together, gentle viewer, riding the range and committing crimes in the name of Dutch. Sorry, I had intended not to LP until I was completely over the cold, but I'm just so bored stuck in the apartment. So I hope I don't sound too rough. But I've heard myself going a little bit hoarse as I was preparing to say, one of the Yurt's most innovative new chefs, Dutch. But last time we broke Micah Bell out of prison, and a lot of people died in the process. I have had one major story element spoiled for me, which I have attempted not to relate. I have made predictions along the way, like, hey, considering how Red Dead Redemption 1 went, seems pretty unlikely that, our hero is coming out of this fully intact, as it were. It's always possible that at the events of Red Dead Redemption 2's ending, see Arthur Morgan survive, but decide to leave Dutch's gang and be believed to be dead by the others. That would be a reasonable explanation for why he's not in Red Dead Redemption. But that's kind of a long shot. It seems fairly obvious. The hero probably not coming out of this story alive. But other than making little guesses along the way, I've tried not to spoil. There is one major thing that I have had spoiled for me. But another guess that I'm making without knowing for sure, it really seems unlikely that us rescuing Micah Bell from prison, which is a required story mission, I don't think that's going to go very well for anyone. I think ultimately, for pretty much everyone except perhaps Micah Bell himself, considering the character that we've seen of Micah Bell so far, it seems real likely that we're going to wish we let him hang. Certainly, I wish we hadn't spent all that money because this is the first story mission in a while that really cost us a bunch of money instead of earning us any. As we come out of that mission, wanted dead or alive, and I paid off our bounty so that we could continue to operate in Strawberry and that area, them NWO Strawberries in the NWO Hollywood. But yeah, now we're kind of short cash, and game seemed to get real confused there for a second. Oh, I'm hanging around right outside the Trapper. Got my log. Cigarette cards. A new hobby. Pearson has asked for a naval compass. Oh, I didn't even know that I had this. This is tasks and challenges we got here. Trying to figure out what button will tell me how much money I got. Compass expanded, off radar. I have forgotten.
Well, it's been a little while, eh?
It has been a while.
Buy or selling?
I'm selling. I'm hoping that he'll buy just regular old crap. No, not the satchel.
All right, let's have a look.
I'm hoping I can sell stuff like, doesn't look like he gives a crap about most of the stuff that I would sell. Like I've gotten... Yeah, he doesn't actually care about any of this stuff. But I'm down to $25, which is what I was trying to figure out, but it popped up on its own after a while. I need to either get back to camp or to town to sell some of the stuff that we've recently acquired. Because we've recently acquired some stuff. John Marston has a mission. I'm trying to remember if I go to like the general store. Can I sell stuff there? Bounty hunter. Change my look. Wide range of foods, blah, 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 blah. Shop people also buy items that you don't need. Because I think I could just sell them in camp and get the same return, but at this point I've donated enough to camp that I pretty much maxed out camp, so I certainly don't feel any obligation to give any more to camp. And if I could get better return from my own pocket in any other way, I'm gonna take it. Meanwhile, my Deadeye meter is shot. I can get some of that back through, let's take a look at the map. Yeah, I feel like I'm off to a real slow start, but hey, it's the first video of a session. So we are still wanted dead or alive in Blackwater, and I guess... I don't know if anything happens in the story where that goes away, or if I'm meant to go down there and pay my bounty off in Blackwater the way I paid it off in Strawberry. But at this point, I don't have the money to pay off that bounty. But yeah, as you can see, we're definitely still wanted dead or alive there. And I'm assuming this is mostly water and is not worth exploring. I've recently learned this is the northernmost end of the map. There's nothing later in the story where we go north of here. So I had heard rumors that there was some portion of this game set in Canada. Before this game was released, that was one of the rumors floating around. That would appear to not be true. And frankly, the American West mythos doesn't really incorporate Canada as much as it does Mexico, because kind of similar stuff was going on in Canada at the time. Just under the purview of the British government is all. Whereas Mexico is a big part of the American West because, you know, bandidos.
Yeah.
And men going down and fighting in the various Mexican wars for money. Whereas, yeah, Canada is kind of was doing its own cowboy thing. I'm going to assume that this game doesn't really have seasons. I could be wrong. But they just basically wanted a location where they could have like a wintry sequence at the beginning of the game, which I thought was pretty cool and atmospheric, and they did a pretty good job. Maybe it helped that I played that section during winter, but they did a good job of capturing how freaking cold it would be. And reminding us that these guys lived in the era before central heating. Once again, an entire video of riding our horse. My lovely horse running through the field. Oh, there's a guy over there fishing. Oh, I wonder what would happen if we were to go meet with him. He seems pretty upset.
Hey, mister. I just want to be left alone, all right?
You care about this girl? Stand up for yourself. She'll come around.
Rescue her brother from a turtle cult.
I've been waiting.
It'll work out.
Trust me, kid. There ain't so many good men out there. Make yourself one of the good ones.
Thanks, mister. I hope you're right.
Anyway, it appears that whatever I can do with you has been done. Make yourself a good man.
Billy May. Well, someday, I'll show you.
I'm glad I was able to inspire you
Rich,
and not accidentally strangle you
big house.
or shoot you.
You'll be begging me to court you.
He's still flashing on my map as a thing I can interact with.
Billy May.
Well, wait a second. He's still there. It's like to be interacted with. Also, I'm being told to maintain my weapon.
Maybe I'll just stay here forever. Waste away like some fallen leaf. Crinkle up. Wouldn't that be nice?
No, it wouldn't. Look, get up and be inspired by my presence as the player character.
Come on. Can't mope around here all day.
Yeah, there you go. Now, don't try to steal my horse. Because that's where these things sometimes seem to go. Alright, well this feels like the first of multiple encounters with an NPC.
Let's go, girl.
Game likes to do that sometimes. Now my weapon is in poor condition. Oh, good. I'm going to start new autosave slot because I completed chapter 1 of Interact with this guy. So, repeater, revolvers, health tonic, Deadeye, cover lotion. I was told, oh yeah, maintain is R3. This is in good condition, this is in good condition, this is in terrible condition. That's what's going on. Not sure why they make us go through so many button presses to do this, other than, I guess, immersion. I'm immersed in the fact that I had to use a consumable item to increase my gun's quality. Flipping it does what? Not a whole lot. Alright, Deadeye is completely shot. I should probably do something about that. Moonshine will fully restore health and fortify slightly. Chewing tobacco, which I'm maxed out on, will fully restore Deadeye and fortify, slightly reduce damages Deadeye core. My Deadeye core is already dead. I need something that's going to restore my cores. Oh, food will restore my cores. So what do I have more than one of so I don't feel like I'm wasting it? Slightly restores health core and moderately restores Deadeye core. Yeah, let's use that. Delicious salted meat. Yum. Salted beef. Before there was beef jerky, there was salted beef. That was how the men of the Old West restored their Deadeye cores. Today, of course, we restore our Deadeye cores and rejuvenate ourselves with perky jerky. I would have hunted those guys if this was off screen. It is not. It is on screen, which means time for progress. Progress towards a town where we will sell stuff. And as the mission, or the video is already halfway over, our progress is unlikely to actually get us to a, another story mission, unfortunately. I've kind of given up on the idea that I'm going to do a lot of off-screening of this game. For one thing, I mean, I'll probably get back to it eventually. I've been playing Final Fantasy 13-2, which involves heavy amounts of grinding. And I'm probably grinding inefficiently in that game, but if I ever feel like watching a Mystery Science Theater and feeling like I'm making some kind of minor progress, that's the game to be playing, not this one. Meanwhile, this... Oh, I so want to just rob this guy. Uh-oh. Here's a chance to help some people out. So I want to get down here and help these guys. Oh, they're all hostile. I thought these guys were my friends. Okay, well, I might get some money back for that. I certainly depleted my Deadeye core again.
Appreciate you stepping in there.
I guess I got honor for this.
Turning the screw on me from day one, saying I gotta pay this.
Yeah, I can't stand criminals like that.
I told him where to stick it, and well, I guess you just saw how that panned out.
Nope, don't want to be armed. I want to talk to him.
Stay out of trouble.
I'll try.
Father. Wait, that guy was my dad? Well, I got some gun oil. And some rum. This may turn out to be profitable. Certainly I got a few bucks. Well, so far all I've got are pennies, but... If I can actually find all the corpses, I should do well from having helped out. And I'm pleasantly surprised, considering that I ran into the... Like, I got confused. I thought there was a shootout going on, and I was running into the people I was trying to protect. But in fact, I ran right into the group that I was... I guess that's a worn cattleman revolver. It looks like I was going to trade my gun for a weaker gun. Drop sawed-off shotgun for worn cattleman revolver. No, thank you. Yeah, considering that I got confused by the map and ended up running into the group of guys who were hostile, rather than running into the group of guys who were on my side, or the guy who was on my side, that could have gone a whole lot worse. So... let's eat some salted venison. And I really got to do something about this, whatever the lightning bolt core represents. Stamina core. Alright. Got my cores back. I got my cores back. I'm sorry, I was thinking of a rap song and completely lost with a rap song that says, like, I got my something back. I don't even know what the hell I'm referring to anymore. Where'd my horse go? See, I know I didn't get too far away. So I got a little bit of honor for helping those guys. I got a couple of bucks. Actually, I probably got less than $1 total out of their corpses, but what I did get was, oh, and if I had the time and energy, and I wasn't trying to make progress here, I could steal that wagon for sure. Hopefully the father and family who I just helped would not rat me out.
Buddy?
Hey, get moving.
Oh, come on now. I greeted you. I didn't even accidentally shoot at you. I didn't even jump onto your horse and strangle you by mistake. Hey, partner. I was trying to greet you. Oh, man. I can't understand the greeting controls. Thing is, the controls are convoluted enough that if I get any, I want the game to reward me so much. Uh-oh. I got nervous there for a second. I thought I'd run into baddies. Let me save the game before I sell a bunch of stuff, just in case I screw something up here. Blessed are the meek. We loved once and true. Boy, I got a lot of saves going on recently.
You pay up or we keep up.
Oh no, more. The O'Driscolls are.
The O'Driscoll boys. You pay the
What you staring at? I made it right with you, I swear.
Well, looks. Oh, sweet Jesus!
Damn it! How come one of them had to start shooting? Now he shot first, so I really shouldn't get arrested for this. But we will see. They're O'Driscolls. You find O'Driscolls in the wild, you're usually allowed to kill them if they attack you first. Sometimes, even in self-defense, if you're close to a town, townsfolk don't care for this kind of thing. But they also tend to... Oh, my hat. Appreciate that it was flashing like that. But they tend to, like, be carrying some good stuff. So I don't want to press my luck too much, but this has gone pretty good. I got into 2 random encounters where I managed to not get my dumbass killed, despite having definitely gone into fights like that before and just totally got myself in all sorts of hot water. And I haven't played the game in a couple of days, so this is the first video of a session. I'm pleasantly surprised to be doing this well. And, you know, once I hopped off the horse and I was like, I'm going to try to take these guys out without killing them. And I was like, I will lasso one guy, and if I'm really lucky, the other one will either panic and run, or he'll come at me swinging. Because I will not have time to hog-tie one guy while the other guy is still there, unless he runs, which he probably wouldn't. What I was really hoping he wouldn't do was pull a gun, but luckily I had a gun out and was at close range. I pistol whipped him, which was awesome, by the way, instead of shooting him. And then I did shoot one of them, and it let me do it without me, you know, getting arrested. So there's the gallows, which is, you know, Luca Gallows and Carl Anderson's favorite place to put nerds to death. Oh, no. I want to make sure I don't have the gun out. Do I have the gun out? I don't think I have the gun out.
Hey there! Hello, mister.
Hello.
There we go. Greeting people.
Hey there.
Getting honor. Talking to other human beings rather than murdering or robbing them. What else could you want? There are rumors that the ending in this game is different depending on your honor level.
Hello there.
That's was also a rumor when Red Dead Redemption 1 came out. Particularly when the ending of Red Dead Redemption 1 involved Marston getting murdered. And people kept trying to find other endings.
Everything okay?
Even though that was the ending that made complete thematic and story sense.
Greetings, amigo.
Hey, mister.
Hello there, mister.
Here we are. This video turned out to be a little more eventful than I was afraid it would be. Hey, there's a woman that said hello. I'm pretty sure I didn't manually greet a woman, so I should probably...
Hi, folks. Good day so far? I'm just in a friendly mood today for some reason.
That's good news.
Glad to hear it. When you're in an unfriendly mood, people die. People die.
Ain't been through in a while. Sure. Have a look around.
Yeah, that's been a little while, actually. So we are going to sell this dude
Righty. Let's see
stuff.
what you're selling.
Let's see what we're selling indeed. So valuables, the shopkeeper does not accept this item. Well, Where do I go sell them? I guess I sell them to the fence. That's too bad. My whole point of coming up here was to sell this guy the valuables that I'd pulled off corpses. But in fact, if he's not doing that, well, I could try to buy some stuff from him.
I can get you anything in there you need.
Browse the old catalog. What I need to do is find stuff that's good for my cores. Slightly restores health core and stamina cores, or slightly restores all horse cores. This is
Would you look at the color on that?
danger. High voltage. Inferior dry goods flood into this country. There are known to the trade as seconds. Items that are of substandard quality, have spoiled, or have been salvaged from an infestation of insects or vermin. The only way to protect yourself is from buying from Wheeler and Roston. Awesome. Well,
Being the main store in town, people come to depend on you.
that's pretty cool, buddy. Slightly restores health core.
Oh, those sweets are good for kids or adults.
You no longer have to store food in a hole. For centuries, Americans stored their meat in boxes of salt or by digging a hole in the dirt under the floorboards of the home, forming a pit and placing meat and vegetable in sawdust. Thanks to the purchasing power of Wheeler and Rawson, you can buy at wholesale prices and provide food for your family without having to feed livestock or preserve. You can provide blah, 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 winter. Okay, whatever. All right.
Here yesterday
Probably
says the sheriff been seen with Moira again.
I probably just need to get out of here because my whole thing was that I don't have a lot of money.
All right, have a think about it.
I need to get rid of the stuff that I got, or work through what I've got before I start buying more.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Say what you want about the people around here. They're friendly.
Hey, let's check and see if, now that we rescued that guy. Yeah, there we go.
Hey, fellas.
We had sucked the venom out of that guy again. So apparently it happened off screen before.
Around here.
But I believe this this is the thing I was trying to get to spawn before that wouldn't spawn.
And to think you're a church-going man.
Oh, hey, friend. Remember me?
You sucked my leg!
Hey, Wallace, this here's the kind soul I was telling you about. The one that, got the venom out of your leg?
The one who kicked your leg out of your
I
leg?
know I can never repay you, but how about you head over to the gunsmith and pick out your choice of item on my tab?
Oh, well, thanks.
Yeah, seemed like the least I could do.
Oh, cool.
With him being sent straight from the Almighty to save my life. Yeah, the Almighty.
Yeah, the Almighty. Yeah.
I'm a man of this world, not the next one. Anyway.
Thank you, stranger. I wish I was allowed to say thank you, but that is apparently forbidden. Alright, so we're going to get our free gun.
Hey, what can I do for you?
Fella outside told me I could grab something on his tab. One with the bite in his leg.
Ah, Norbert, huh? Well, he's good
Norbert?
for it. About all he's good for between
What kind of name is Norbert?
Well, take a look around. Find something you like, I'll put it on his tab.
Alright, let's browse the catalog. So I guess it would make sense to buy the most expensive gun that's currently available to us. Let's look at rifles. Lynchfield repeater is locked. Varmint rifle is probably not that good. Springfield rifle, I think we've already got. So we don't already have. Well, they're all marked at 0, which means I can't really tell which one is the best deal. Springfield rifle has a really high damage and range. Although the bolt action rifle is better, but it's locked. Varmint rifle has low damage, okay range, much better accuracy. Well, it doesn't have better accuracy. If I'm going to be the rifleman, then I probably would want to stick with sawed-off shotgun. I thought I already had that. No, I got the double barrel. Pump action shotgun, crowd dispersing favorite. Improved reload speed. You can read all this if you want to. Repeating shotgun is locked. I mean, I guess if I really, really, really wanted to take advantage of it, I would wait till later in the story and get something better than is currently available. The Mauser pistol, I remember that from the previous game. Volcanic pistols. One of the most powerful handguns we sell. Cattleman revolver, double action revolver. If you are fond of shooting. This is the finest creation from Hutton and Baird, direct from the factory. Hold it up your ear upon firing and see. Imagine your delight and surprise upon losing your hearing for well on a month when you realize the sheer power of this finely manufactured pistol. Imagine riding along, singing into the blue distance with the Hutton and Baird volcanic pistol at the ready, just challenging any creature to cross your path with infinite interpretations. Choose your ammunition wisely. All shrewd and smart governments have begun to use finely manufactured full metal patched bullets in war, the benefit being they will not shatter or tear apart the bones of a man was hit. Rather, they disable the man, leaving him after wartime to tell all they will, blah, 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 rocket ball versus brass. Our sights are the best. I think because I favor the rifle in most situations. I'm a little confused about what I should be buying. I believe... Oh. Well, I think I just lost my chance to buy. I want to save on a different slot in case I just lost the chance to get something for free, but I believe we can come back and get something for free later. Like I said, the smart thing would be to come back later in the story, but I wanted to make sure I don't already have that rifle and just unequipped it before I buy another one. Because it seemed like the name of the rifle that was available to purchase, I thought I already had one. But I might be getting confused with Red Dead Redemption 1, where eventually I had all the rifles. Anyway, calling it a video. When we come back, folks, it doesn't look like I'll be able to buy right now. So, oops. I guess we'll be riding back to camp to sell my extra stuff there, since I can't sell it in town like I thought I could. And picking up with the story. See you then.